If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to steal a weapon from him that's really good throughout the early parts of the game. Oh, I just got it. Oh wait, my mic's plugged in. I could just answer with words. Yeah, I saw he was streaming it, and so I figured he was either just doing it, or you know, there was a reason. And turns out this was dropped on the PlayStation Store overnight without any word at all. Yeah, I saw you streaming it, so I figured you... To be totally honest, the game's nothing special for the beginning half. And yeah, the whole, like, nostalgia thing, but I actually own a physical copy of this game for PlayStation 1. I just had no real reason to play it. Out of all the Final Fantasy games, this one's my favorite for the grinding and the leveling aspect, like how your characters progress. So much music, story, stuff like that. I just like the way you level up and learn abilities and the combat. So right here, what's going on, because I'm skipping the dialogue, I figure I'll explain, is they're planning to kidnap the princess. And so they're going to be posing as like a theater troupe. And then... dang it. Oops. Sorry, I gotta choose the right dialogue option. And every single character in this game has their own, like, aspect or moral thing they struggle with. For example, like at the title screen, when you let it sit long enough, one of the characters, Steiner, who's a knight, his thing is dilemma. Having sworn fealty, I must spend my life in servitude, and has a question mark at the end. So the story progresses and these characters learn things about themselves. Also, yeah, I kind of get the Zelda-y look of it, but when you get into like the core gameplay, it's nothing like it. And in fact, all the games look completely different too, at least from 7 onwards. Oh, that theme it's playing. The do-do-do-do-do-do. That's the Final Fantasy theme, by the way. In case anybody didn't know. You hear it in pretty much all the games except for like 7. And I'm not going to read the dialogue out loud, because I find that horribly annoying. I'm just going to kind of scroll relatively sort of slow a little bit in case anybody wants to read it. But I already know the entire story of this game, and if I can summarize something, I'll do that. Also, look, this is what I don't like about the ports. Notice how, like, the main character sprites are in full detail, and then all the background characters were just that. They were just background. So if you've ever played Kingdom Hearts 2, you might recognize this guy. His name is Vivi. He's a black mage. I'm changing all the things. The guy with the big-ass sword is from 7. Oh, so I got a question for you. Do you like the blue? Or the not blue? Blue? Not blue. So, the thing I like about the mechanics, every single item that you get, I'll change it to blue then, but every item you get, it has stats and stuff, but it also has an AP amount on it. So when I get 25 AP, he'll learn fire permanently. Right. And so, it incentivizes you to keep your equipment until you master the abilities on them. So, that kid totally just mugged us, by the way. Oh wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, so you can play cards with this people in this game. It's called Triple Triad. And in the other version, you just had to go around mashing square at everybody, trying to figure out who would play cards and who wouldn't. In this version, I suppose they're just gonna tell you, which I think is neat. So Vivi wants to go see the big old play going on at the castle. Because. No real reason. Also, some of the character designs in this game are really weird. So he's like, oh, it's a fake ticket. Now you're sad and stuff. And then he gives me some trading cards. I grasp the concept of Triple Triad, but I don't enjoy it too much. So the beginning part of this game goes really, really slow. And in fact, I don't get into another battle for a little while. That's why I'm sort of rushing through all of this to get to the actual game. Because I do sort of like the story of this game a little bit, but I like the combat and the leveling, like I said. So I want to get to that. Well, I see what you mean there, but some RPGs like this, it looks like I can just mash X to win a battle. As far as gameplay goes, it can actually be pretty hard, and like say you lose to a boss, you don't just go to before the boss fight and get to retry, you have to go back to your last save before you get to retry. So the game kicks your teeth in, and then, you know, poops on you for insult to injury, or whatever. And as far as, like, the way it's stylized, it does look sort of cartoony. Yeah, basically. Did get robbed. He got robbed. So the game's teaching me how to save my game. I figured I'd stream Final Fantasy IX, sort of to piggyback off of what Jack's doing, because he's popular, also because I really enjoy this game. And you don't have to stick around and watch if you don't really want to. I just figured it's awesome that you stopped in, but if you're not too interested in this kind of game, no big deal. Now, does it have the classic save menu? It does not. Oh. I hate that PlayStation doesn't show the menus. Special Edition is awesome on Xbox One, and it's okay on PlayStation. Because on Xbox you get all the mods, on PlayStation you get some of the mods. And in fact, I was gonna stream Skyrim literally 5 or 10 minutes before I found out this game was available. but I want to play it because I love it. So, all the dialogue here is really cute, and, it's cute and funny. That's sort of like the aesthetic it's going for early on. Later, the story gets super serious, like an entire village of people gets super dead. And other stuff happens. And then you gotta save the world from, like, this bad guy. Like, on PlayStation, vanilla is enough because the trophies are more worth it. But trust me, like, once you get a chance to see some of the mods, you're gonna want to play it with mods. I went the wrong way. Also, another thing, from a video doing aspect, I like games like this a little bit more because I can just sort of talk. Whereas a game like Skyrim, I have to focus on the game. Hey, to each their own on the mod front, but I highly recommend them if you can. Also, the music, though. Listen to the music, though. Also, remember, this is a game that was on the PlayStation 1. And I know this game has some HD textures and whatnot, but look at how good it looks. But yeah, that's the queen. That's the one we're kidnapping. Turns out she's actually a main character and a white mage. So that's another character we get in our party. Aw, understandable. Well, I mean, even if your Wi-Fi does suck, like, trust me, this doesn't suck. I guess. That's what I'm trying to get at. So that group of people we saw at the very start of the game are here putting on a play. I think it's sort of like a Romeo and Juliet deal. From what I remember. Aww. I can't say I can't say I know how you feel with this shitty Wi-Fi thing, because mine's relatively good. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to stream, like I am. Oh, here's, something cute they did with this game that I really like. So you do a battle here, but the battle isn't anything real. It's all special effects. Wait till it starts, you'll know what I mean. So the battle starts, you're in a fight, and when you go into your menus, you can choose to use, SFX. So, like... it's just for show, because this isn't real. I have Comcast, that's how my Wi-Fi is this good. I'm to assume you have Frontier or something else. Also, this game has cheat codes. Verizon. Yeah. Like, I don't know how other Wi-Fi things are, but I know Comcast is good. But I hate that they do this. They'll give cheat codes. Right, you can win the battle, speed it up, do other stuff like that. I want to make the UI smaller. Like, I want to make the menus look the way they did before, if I'm able to. I don't think there's any way to, change it, sadly. It's the kind of thing, it's an acquired taste. I think it's on PC, PlayStation 3, and PS4. Or you can fork over $100 for the original PlayStation 1 game. And honestly, a lot of this is lost, because I am skipping the dialogue, because it's really charming, and it's sort of the point. Then you get to do this little choreographed sword fight. And the music here is really nice, too. It'll get stuck in your head and never leave. I have to focus here. I want to get a good score on it. This goes on for a bit longer than I would like it to, but if it were shorter, you wouldn't be able to hear the full soundtrack. Alright, it's over. So I got a 67%. And I can choose to do the fight scene again and try to complete it, or just give up. And I've never gotten 100% on that before. So Zidane and his friend run off stage, and they beat up some guards to get some armor, because they're not here to put on a play, they're here to kidnap the princess. Corncast. I like that a lot. I gotta check the pause menu, because I want to see if I can change the battle text box to normal. Or original, I guess you would say. Corncast. I, I mean, that was probably just me misreading it. I understand. That was just me misreading it, but I thought that was funny. Here icon, window. Oh, I can't change it back to the original, the tech thing. You know the thing. The thing I was complaining about. So this is the princess. She's like, sup, I'm totally not the princess. These guys. Okay. So they're two jesters. First off, their music is one of the best soundtracks in the game, and the way they talk is just lovely. If you can read the dialogue, I'll scroll it slowly. Oh, it's the same as the sword fight thing, but it's different. I just realized. So they mirror each other's speech, and it's some kind of linguistic term for how they're responding to one each other. It's a thing that was done in old school plays and comedy, like back from the 16th century old. This game just oozes charm. Charm's all over it. Dude, like, I'll tell you what having a job and your own pocket money does. I saw Final Fantasy IX today, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy that. And then I did. Having your own money is awesome. Working sucks, but being able to buy things doesn't. So, Steiner's captain of the Knights of Pluto. Basically, they're a big dumb joke, and they're completely useless. As such, he has to go find them. I mean, I sort of understand what he meant, but I don't think he meant it like you were 7, just not old enough to adults. So now I have to run around the castle literally everywhere to find the knights. I like that this game introduces the characters in a good way. Like, the way they're doing it is great, because you get to see, you know, their point of view. Steiner being a high-ranking captain, Zidane being a thief, and Vivi being like a street rat. But I don't like how much the beginning of the game drags on. Like, for example, Final Fantasy VII, like, the first half an hour of the game, you're blowing up a reactor, so there's fighting and action and stuff all over the place. In 8, there's a little tutorial that drags in the beginning, but then you go into a dungeon to fight a fire demon. It makes total sense in context. See, the way I look at boring games, so to speak, like, I consider the start of this very boring, but I'm talking. Right? If I were sitting here playing solitaire, but still being entertaining and communicating and having conversations, it'd be cool. And the fact that I'm playing a game I'm very familiar with makes it easier for me to just sit here and talk without really needing to put a whole ton of effort into it. But I do understand the boring streamer thing. Like, even when I sit here and I don't talk, people still come along to watch the game I'm playing. So, like, you popped in because I was playing Skyrim, and I didn't have to say anything, you just wanted to watch Skyrim. And the big reason I'm talking now over Final Fantasy IX is because this game is relatively boring to start off, and not a whole lot's going on to watch. Otherwise, it would be a bunch of pretty colors and, you know, music. If the man thought the game he was playing was boring, why didn't he play something that, like, wasn't boring? I'm totally lost because I don't remember where to go. I mean, I'm willing to play games that people, like, suggest, but I'm not gonna play something I don't like. And, like, if I'm in the middle of a thing, I'm not gonna switch it just to appease one or two people. Unless it's only, like, one or two people. Oh yeah, the one thing... Ew, Scott's here. Bill, just ignore that guy. I know him. I know him for real. Oh, Scott. By the way, there's a PS4 port of Final Fantasy IX. I gotta catch the one guy who's running back and forth. Come on, dude. He's right here. He's right there. How do I catch you? How do I catch him? He's right here. Come on. Scott's that, he's a gross garbage creature that, like, lives in my basement. But doesn't actually live in my basement. Got it. Oh, I wasn't supposed to run into them. I had already talked to that one. I know at the end of Steiner's section I have to go to the top of this tower. But I don't think I'm technically at the end right now. What's happening? Who am I giving orders to? I do not know VAT 19. Up here is another one of those cutscenes where it shows that the game looks good. I hate the way Steiner's face looks, though. So now you're Zidane again and you're chasing after the princess. Oh. I'll check them out when I get the chance. And I'm always interested in finding new stuff to watch. Oh, Overwatch, right. I play a lot of Overwatch, and it just got a huge update. I think I might stream some of that later, maybe. We'll see. The truth is, I'm actually the princess, and he's like, I knew you were the princess. Now, the thing here is, she wants to be kidnapped, right? These guys who are going to kidnap the princess find out the princess wants to be kidnapped. For whatever reason, I can't remember at this instant. I will check out General Sam. Or is that an N? Sorry, like the M's and the... okay, hang on, just real quick. See that M? Right? Now see that MR? It's very confused. Oh right, stream lag. You aren't hearing me when I'm speaking. So, you kidnap the princess because her mother is like going crazy. Because Garnet has the ability to summon things, Eidolons, because reasons? Plot, Final Fantasy. I'm not gonna bother explaining it. And her mother is trying to exploit that power because this guy called Kuja told her to. Oh, by the way, Kuja's like the big bad. He also has a tail, but only when he's using his superpowers. Imagine Super Saiyan, but imagine it looking pink and dumb. Oh, no offense taken. I know there's people that are better doing what I'm trying to do. But, like, I'm doing it because I want to do it, not because other people are doing it, if that makes sense. Like, if you read my little description that's on all the streams, because that's sort of my copy-paste thing, my big philosophy is entertainment. Whether it's 10 people or 10,000 people, somebody somewhere is enjoying what I'm doing. Doesn't matter how big I am or how good I am, as long as anyone's enjoying it. So, no offense taken to the dude's doing stuff and you like him. It's a good thing. I'm doing this little thing. I gotta turn the wheel of the ship to, like... Scott, shut your mouth. Here, Scott, I'll give you the... I'll let you post links in the chat. Give me a second. Here you go. Scott, post if SpongeBob was an anime. Post that in the chat for me. You can do links. I made you a moderator. Awesome. Check that video out that he posted in the thing. It's the best, worst thing ever. So another thing about this game is you want to steal items from every single boss, because they'll give you items that are either completely unique or you won't get till much later in the game. Oh crap, I looked away from the screen. Is he like, is he winning? Oops, I just closed the chat window. Hang on, let me fix that. Also, Scott, since our accounts are linked, you can totally download this game, just saying. So the story of this play that's going on, I said it was like a Romeo and Juliet thing. So like, Garnet and Zidane go onto stage, and they have to act, and then Steiner, being completely gullible and a total idiot, It is nifty, Scott. Thank you. But so like Garnet gets stabbed, right? And then Steiner's like, "Oh no, the princess is actually dead!" Ah! And since he thinks he's taking everything so seriously with actual emotions, everybody's like, "Wow, best play ever, 10 out of 10." Because they thought he was a great actor, when in reality, he's just an idiot. So Garnet doesn't have a lot of time to do anything other than, like, read, so she knows this entire play. Actually, no, I think Steiner goes to attack them, and he thinks he stabs the princess, something like that. The best video in all of YouTube, thank you. That's what you just watched. It's awesome, and I love it. So, okay, did you catch everything I had said that I was explaining this scene, by the way? Or do you want me to explain it and why it's hilarious? It's the best kind of cringe. So the queen's all like, oh my goodness, so sad, so acting, much good. Where's my daughter at? Oh, I'm sad still. Scott, I think that was a question for you, by the way, in the chat. So Vivi and Ratboy are being chased away by some actual guards. But then he accidentally magics and burns her cloak. But now the queen is all like, that's the princess. It is discount Twitch. What are you talking about? So, then you get into a fight with Steiner and a few of his knights. Because they're like, oh, this is the battle music, by the way. Best piece of music in the entire game. Almost. Almost best piece of music. So now that you're on stage again, you can do the special effects once more. I'm not going to do the special effects because they aren't necessary, but you totally can. Also, Scott, I don't like this version of the battle menu. I don't like it one bit. It's the version that would be on like a mobile version of the game. And you can't make it different. Also, there's like cheats, like there is in the Final Fantasy VII version of the game. I do know PewDiePie said the N-word. Personally, it was a slip-up, and everybody who plays games online talks like a total shitlord. Like, if you're playing Call of Duty with a bunch of 5-year-olds, they're gonna say bad words. It just kinda slipped out, and the world blew up about it, even though that wasn't necessary. Oh, I can skip the... Scott, you can skip the cutscenes! Dude! Skip that shit! Yeah! I do know Reaper from Overwatch. And in fact, I have a Reaper Funko Pop figurine. And everybody's like, dude, Steiner, like, behind you, there's a thing. But Steiner's all like, no, I'm not gonna look behind me, I'm not gonna fall for that again. Because he's a total idiot. I'm trying to figure out how to, change this if I'm able. You press square to make the UI go down. I suppose that's the best you're gonna get if you want to see the screen. No, Scott's not racist, he's just human garbage. Scott, do you know Reaper from Overwatch? I know Reaper from Overwatch. Oh my goodness. Scott, you're garbage. He's a Beyblade. Also, these cutscenes that I've seen literally 100 times, you don't know how good it feels to be able to skip them? Watch this, watch this. Oh! I can get to the game faster. My favorite character to play in Overwatch is Genji. My favorite character, because of their personality, is, Reinhardt. Like, so Scott says that, right? Me and him say horrible things all the time. And in fact, if I wasn't on the internet right now, I would say the bad words, because they're funny. I mean, they aren't funny. They totally aren't funny. But people's preconceived notions of said bad words make using them in regular conversation super taboo. I have given you power, Scott. And I can take it away, but I don't really care to take it away. I mean, the bad words are still bad, right? You shouldn't say them because it's not right. I just think that today's society has blown them way out of proportion. Above and beyond what they ever were in the first place. Oh, by the way, the airship crashed and now we're in some deep spooky woods. I'm gonna play around in the settings for a little while longer. I need to change the thing. Can I even change the controls? Controls even. I cannot. I'll give it a gander when I get the chance. He did say it with the hard art. Okay, so I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna save and go to the main menu and see if I can't, It's like, I don't mind these menus in the battles, but it totally sucks. They totally suck. I'm not gonna quit out of the game, I'm just gonna see if the in-game reset is still functioning. The in-game reset does not function anymore. Oh, title screen. Okay, I can change the version of the game. I can see the credits. There's a continue option instead of having to go to load game, which is nice. I want to play around with the cheat codes for just a second. I want to see if I can, like... So... Master... Oh, I see what this does. So, the cheats they have. Master abilities... I'm not gonna leave these on because I don't condone cheating because it's cheaty. But... I can... Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh my, okay. I'm glad that it gives a, an actual warning before you, turn those cheats on. Otherwise you might ruin your save file. Alright, I'm gonna quit back to the title menu and then actually play the game now. Turns out there's no way to fix the thing. See, what I want to do with my channel, I want to keep it relatively child-friendly and PG. But, what is... Oh wait, can I... I apologize, I need to do some research. I need to check to see if using these things, disables trophies. Because if I can have, like, the 3x speed mode on, that'll make the game go a lot quicker. Pause screen cheats do not disable, but the other ones do say disable. So I can have the speed on. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Sanic fast. Now does it make battles super fast? It does. Okay. It's going super Sanic. Dude, 3x speed, best thing ever. Like, okay, so what I like to do in 9, I like to sit here and grind levels for a little bit. And 3x speed is the best thing ever. Because, like, now I can grind levels, but it doesn't take literally hours. Like, in the span of a minute and a half, I've fought 3 battles, which would have otherwise taken me longer. Bear with me, I am actually going to do the grinding, because I want to level up. Oh my goodness. So, I had mentioned earlier, I like this Final Fantasy specifically. Also, okay, I said the beginning of the game goes really long. It's an hour. It's been an hour since I've started, and I'm finally getting to the game. That's how long it is at the start. But, like, dude, seriously, there's a lot of grinding to be done in this game for levels. That's pretty much it. Like, I want to get enough AP to max these things out, and so I'd have to run around the field for about an hour fighting dudes. But now I can just do this for, you know, a few minutes. Alright, I'm gonna heal up and go where I'm supposed to and continue with the story. If I can... Okay. Fast mode is a little bit disorienting. In fact, I'm gonna turn it off because I'm about to fight a boss. Yeah, it's a really old game, but the graphics on PS4 are nothing to compare to the PS1 graphics. Because they're totally different. Like, not 100%, but there's a marginal betterness to it. There's this other mechanic in the game called trances. So, trances are, like, when you take damage, it, fills up this little gauge underneath your health bar, and then you can do special attacks. And like, in the lore, trances happen when somebody experiences emotional whatever. So like, Zidane awakens his trance because he wants to rescue the princess. Because he's in love with her or something. And then it takes Vivi as well, I guess. Oh yeah, Scott, I know you're still here probably. Are you like at work or are you doing other stuff? Oh no! I made a mistake. I accidentally made Steiner attack Vivi. Oh no! I broke it. I broke it. I lost. Dang it. Yep. Vivi's dead. Ah, son of a bitch. So, mistakes were made. That's... So the way the old menus used to work, I'm gonna tell you, Bill. If that is your real name. The way the old menus were, when you went to attack, Oh no! Scott, they ruined it! They made the game easy! I'm right before the boss fight! I'm right before the boss fight! No! They gave it easy mode! They gave the game easy mode! Dang it! I'm tilted. I'm not even happy. Well, anyway, I'm still gonna call you Bill. So the way the old menus would work is when you select attack, it doesn't bring out that big old box. It puts a little pointer on the enemy. So, instead of this, right, it would put a pointer on the enemy and allow me to select the enemy with the little finger you see. Can't do that here. Because I think they're also going to port this to mobile, because that menu that pops up, the big bulky one, is perfect for a phone. Now okay, so the reason I'm complaining so much is because, I killed Vivi because of how clunky the menu is. Right, and that counted as a game over state. I figured it was from Bear Grylls, and, in fact, the first time I saw your name, I thought it was Bear Grylls, but I have this thing, right? I don't know if it's quite dyslexia or what, but whenever I read something, I usually always read it wrong, if I'm not, totally focused on it. Like Corncast. I mean, Corncast was sort of a product of the way the typing works on, the chat. But I also saw it as Corncast instead of Comcast. So the thing spit out poison, now Steiner and Vivi are all poisoned. And then the game slows down again. A lot. Like, a lot. I mean, it doesn't look slow right now, but... Yeah, let me look at the trophies, because, I don't want to miss anything. I don't want to, like, miss a trophy, because these, active time events... I don't know if there's a trophy tied to them or not, and I like the 100% games. So bear with me for just a second. Because I don't want to look at the active time events if I don't have to, because they just waste time. Oh, I do have to look at them. Dang it. I have to look at 79 of them. Well, that's disappointing. I'm glad I know that, though, because otherwise I would have totally skipped them. And honestly, I'm just sort of blazing through this because I like the gameplay more so than everything else. But, like, these active time events are really good insight into characters, right? Learning about characters, doing all this other fun junk. Of course, I know what you mean with the real name thing. Like, my name's Tyler, but I put Agno and everything because I can. Also, like, if I want to do this whole YouTube thing, I need to keep consistent with my, name on all of my accounts. On my Twitters and my Facebooks and all that fun stuff. That way people know that I'm me. Like, for example, you mentioned earlier Jacksepticeye. His name isn't Jack, it's Sean. His name is Sean. But since his YouTube thing was built on the name Jack. Yeah, it's spelled like scene, but it's pronounced Sean. It's really weird. I think it's a I think it is an Irish thing because I had a teacher whose name was Sean, but it was spelled that way, and I never asked him about it till like the last day of class. It's dumb. The English language is very strange in its ways. The downside to the super speed is that I can't I can't go through small doorways. Alright, there we go. Hat. Alright, I gotta go get, I gotta get Vivi and, Steiner along with me then. I can walk. I can do walking speed, and it's still fast. Gotta go talk with the boss. Where's the boss? It is basically Final Fantasy on crack. The port of Final Fantasy VII also had triple speed, but I could handle it on Final Fantasy VII because it didn't have the areas you went around in weren't this big. It's not too unwieldy, but it's pretty unwieldy. So Zidane gonna fight his boss for the right to go after the princess for love or to rescue her. Let me turn off high speed so I can do menus. I'm gonna steal from him until I get items, because you have... It's a rule of thumb, steal from every boss, because you want the things they have. And it'll probably say couldn't steal anything for the first, actually, 500 turns, and then you'll lose to said boss. Because they do a lot of damage. I could probably survive with high speed. Couldn't steal anything. Couldn't steal anything. Someone's a dumb. Iron sword, there we go. Now I can beat him up. Or can I? Totally gonna cheat, by the way. I was afraid I was gonna lose the fight, and I didn't want a game over. Also, then he gut punches Zidane, and he's like... Zidane's all like, oh, he wasn't trying! I won't turn on that battle assistance thing all the time. I just didn't want to lose. Especially in a fight that's completely trivial. Like, the for real actual boss fights, I'm gonna have to put a lot of effort into. I listen to a lot of music. I'm not a particular fan of rap, though. I could explain why I like my favorite artist. It's really hard to explain in real boy words, so I'll just send you a link to his channel and you can go listen to his stuff. I think Scott's gone because he was doing things and stuff. Like my stream says, 2 viewers. I mean, I've heard some old rap that I kind of like, and I've heard some new rap that doesn't make any sense at all. So, this guy, the guy I like, he does music off of Scott Is Here. Well, it's too late, I already found the link. I was gonna, like, make you do moderator stuff, like things I ask you to make it easier on me. But I like the music he does. It's based off of, like, TV and video games, mostly. Like, and when he writes a song about Skyrim, it's not... Skyrim, Skyrim, I like Skyrim, I like Skyrim. No, he writes the song about the story, the characters, and the world, rather than the video game. So when he writes a song about The Witcher, he doesn't write a song about the video game The Witcher, he writes a song about the characters within the game. And same goes for TV and stuff like that. Ah, you do say Dan Bull, but it isn't Dan Bull. In fact, this man and Dan Bull are friends. I do know who Dan Bull is. I don't not like his stuff, but like I said, I'm not a particular fan of rap. But I've heard a few of his songs, like, with the singing and stuff. It does not. It starts with... Here, I made a link. I did a link. Click it. Clickety-click the thing. Or copy-paste it so you don't, like, leave. Or do whatever. Okay, fun fact about this music. This piece of music right here is from Final Fantasy VII, and it's like, imagine the Imperial March from Star Wars. This is basically that, if that makes any sense. I hate that PlayStation cuts a stream when you go into one of these menus. It's like, we don't want them to know how much memory the game was. Oh no, Bill clicked the link, he's gone. I mean, he'll be back, but he's gone. Or did Scott leave? These are the questions. Oh yeah, this is that boss music that I said I don't like because it's actually bad. Alright, was the Iron Helm the big thing? Oh, Zidon's dead. Yay, Bill's back! I figured you had clicked on the thing. Also, I mentioned the boss music that I didn't like. This is the boss music that I don't like. It's bad. It's bad and I hate it. So now the forest is angry. Oh, I'd like to point something out. Look at these guys and listen to the music. It's so great! Look at them dance! just gonna let the moment sink in. Alright, I'm gonna stop doing that before I die to the enemies. Yeah, I'll see you later, Bill. Again, I really appreciate, like, any support you can give in stopping by and whatnot. Oh, the cutscenes are triple speed when it's triple speed! Look at that! Anyway, yeah, I really appreciate your support, bud. It's great. But, yeah, hope to see you whenever. Well, Scott, now that Bill's leaving, it looks like it's just us. You want to play some Destiny? Maybe some Rainbow Six? Overwatch? Scott, I know you're here. Don't hide from me. Are you doing a raid? I bet you're playing Destiny on the Xbox One. 'Cause you're cool. Yeah, 'cause you're some kind of cool. I didn't read through the entire trophy list, but is there one for making the Moogle mad? There is not one for making the Moogle mad, sadly. Oh well. I'm gonna do some level grinding. Mash X to win, am I right? Wait a minute, I have an idea. Since Super Cheaty Mode is enabled, I think I can make Zidane the buffest boy of all. Okay, now that everyone's dead, I can do that, and level up exclusively Zidane for a little while. Hey, I have no qualms with this, I don't even care. I'm gonna get everybody to level 10 by cheating. I turned encounters off. Oh yeah, Scott, you remember how you were stuck in Kuja's palace? Well, like, the puzzles in there are a lot easier when you don't have to fight enemies every 5 seconds. And you can turn them off in this version. Man, much harder video game. He says, coming to realization, I only have 2 Phoenix Downs. Zidane is the buffest of boys. Because cheating. Also because he has a solo boss fight coming up and I totally don't want to lose. And I don't want to cheat during the solo boss fight. Because it's a boss fight. I want that treasure chest. I cheated. I feel bad about it. It makes everything do 9,999 damage from your end. Basically, insta-win fights. Only reason I'm super cheating right now is because I want to steal the things, and it would be impossible to do otherwise. Ah, screw it, I've already, like... So, I turned on 9,999 mode, I'm gonna hit the sea lion with it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Dead. And dead. I could have actually won that fight for real had I, not wanted to steal the items. However, wanting to steal the items, it led to my downfall. Oh, the menu? You like the menu. It does this for all the characters when you go to name them. It's actually nothing special, it just looks really good. One of those finer touches they put on the PS4 port. Ask Vugadigaligavista to you as well. Go around. All right. Neighborho, Neighborino. I had it unplugged because the only person in chat was Scott, and he's a shitlord. He's doing an exotic quest in Destiny right now and doesn't want to play games with me. Like Destiny. We have Destiny too. He has it on the Xbox One and on PS4, and I have it on PS4. To be totally honest, I don't really understand the appeal of like only playing Destiny for like 5 years, like a lot of people did. But I do really like the game, and the grinding and whatnot. So, like, more charming dialogue and whatnot's happening right now, but like I said, I've already read it about 30 times, so... Oh, by the way, we're being attacked by a flying wizard. Long story. Oh, being an adult is, like, awesome, but then you gotta think, like... work, and I do the college. I do online classes, so it's not that stressful, but I do college. Like, my dream job is YouTube, but that's completely and utterly luck-based. So I'm going into a profession with something, maybe. That's why I'm going to college. So I'm gonna try to, steal all the things. I'm a big boy, I'm an adult. Or which, the things I was talking about, I don't know. Pretend I'm saying words that make sense. Like, I have to adult at things, like work and college. But other than that, dude, like, having your own money, like, sleeping in, it's pretty awesome. Did I just seriously steal all of the items from this guy in 2 steals? It's gotta be like a record. I did! Haha! Oh shit, Vivi's dead. There we go, he's down. I mean, look at it like this way. When you're out of school, like, while you're in school, it sucks. Trust me, it does. But, like, when you finally graduate, you'll miss having a day-to-day schedule. Like, I love being able to do a whole lot of nothing, a lot of the time. But there's only so much nothing you can do before you get bored. If that makes any sense. And to be totally honest, like, the reason I'm streaming, right? First off, I want to, and I sort of enjoy it. I meet people who like the things. But I also, I want to make YouTube a career. And if I'm playing Final Fantasy IX super casually, because I want to, I don't see any harm in streaming that, whether I'm talking or not, because people might stop by and then a conversation happens. So the bit of plot that's happening right now, Garnet wants to go to the city where her uncle lives to tell him about the Queen being all bonkers crazy. So you're taking this airship over there. Also, I understand filling in the boredom with games and YouTube, but I'm talking about when games and YouTube get boring. Like, sometimes too much free time is too much. So here, I mentioned every single character has stuff they go through in this game. And Vivi's learning that he might not be real. Yeah, senior year's lovely, by the way, when you get there. But, so Vivi, he learns that all these black mages are constructs. They've just been created. And so he's thinking to himself, have I been created? Am I real? What does it mean to be real? Stuff like that. And then throughout the game, you see him grow and develop emotionally, and yeah. Four years doesn't... I'm not trying to give you worldly advice or anything, but dude, 4 years isn't really a long time when you think about it. No, Scott, you're not. Oh, I can't turn off high-speed mode. You are a fake boy. So... The airship gets attacked by that evil black mage, and all of these other, Yeah, exactly. Scott, you could be a ladyboy. I know some ladyboys. I also know some boy ladies. It's complicated. So all these black mage, like, soulless puppets are standing in the way of Vivi because he's just a child. So you're being questioned, it's like, do these things have emotions and feelings? Do they understand? And then you get this scene of them being, like, torn to shreds and thrown from the airship. And these soulless puppets that you really don't care a whole lot about, Vivi's like, these people are like my family, technically, sort of, and you're a bad man. Basically, they were creating soulless puppets to build an army, is what the Queen was doing. And after this, Vivi unlocked his trance mode in a fight, because it's an emotional thing. Also, I know you meant to put it as transgender, but, like, some people just want attention. I mean, if you're a good person and you're happy, you can be a helicopter for all I care. But I don't go around shouting, I am a straight white male, look at me. Whereas transgender and some gay people go around shouting, look at me, I'm this, I'm that. That's just sort of where I stand with it. I'm a firm believer in anybody can be anything as long as they're happy. Well, Mr. Dixon, if you sub to me, I'll sub to you. Sounds fair? I think he'll be dead after this round of attacks. Ah, good, Mr. Dixon. As you see, I am a man of my word. Let me head over to your channel right now. Let me go to your... There you go. There you go. There's your subscriber. Oh no, he still has things to steal. I can't kill the boss yet. I gotta steal all the items. This is bad. I don't want to die to the boss. Dang it. Alright, so there's a cheat thing that basically gives me infinite everything. I'm not using it... I did sub to you, Mr. Dixon. But I'm not using this cheat because I can't beat the boss. In fact, I can totally beat the boss. I'm using the cheat so I can steal all the items from the boss to make later fights better. So... That's my reasoning on it. I don't condone cheating, but I'm totally cheating. So one of the things that frustrates me about Final Fantasy IX is all the bosses have such great gear, but you actually can't get any of it. No, I attacked him! No! Dang it. Oh well. Fair enough, I guess. Crap. That's upsetting. I wanted whatever item he still had. Also, Vivi's totally traumatized after watching like 30 of his own people just straight up die. Just saying. Fair enough, I suppose. The Skyrim and whatnot. Also, Mr. Dixon, if you're still here, I have a tip for you. To me or to the Skyrim? Altensteins. I don't even know how to say your name. Oh, I don't want to skip this one. It's a good one. The spooky wizard gets blown up by the not-so-spooky wizard. V puts all of his magical energy into an attack. And passes out, I guess. Okay, so I see that you stream a lot. If you go into your menus, you can turn off that big stream overlay if you have a computer. If you don't keep what you have so you can read your comments. But, turn off the big stream overlay by going through your menu. And then, like, you'll see... If you see on my screen, like, when I type a comment in, it'll pop up in the upper right-hand corner that I have a comment, and it'll show the viewers. Whereas with that big bulky overlay, it just takes up a lot of the screen. But if you don't have a computer to read comments, keep doing what you do, but that's just my advice on it. Oh, dude, like, I have a bunch of complete strangers in my chat right now, so, like, the people in the chat will talk, and then it'll be like a chat, if that makes sense. When it's just me and one other guy, it's awkward. Of course I'll fight the super boss. Dude, what do you think I am, a baby? I mean, I totally used some cheats in that Black Waltz fight, but my reasoning was totally sound. I don't like to cheat during big boss fights, though. I wanted to steal all the things. If you've played Final Fantasy IX before, you totally understand wanting to steal all the things, right? And to be totally honest, I've never actually fought Ozma, but I know how to get to Ozma, and I've seen people fight him. I was stuck on the final boss of this game. I got stuck on Necron. Thank you, Mr. Dixon. I appreciate any and all support you give me, bud. Do you want me to sub to you, Bill Grills? I can totally sub to you. Here, I'm gonna sub to Bill. Yeah, I beat the entire game, I just couldn't beat Necron because he's a load of bullcrap. There you go, now you got 7 subscribers. Oh, I suppose now would be a time, now that people are in the chat. Hang on. I'm gonna plug my Twitter. There we go. I've been meaning to set up like a Nightbot, so I can just have it, tweet things. Or not tweet things, but, you know how the thing works, right? So Nightbot could post my links for me. I mean, I don't think anybody here is entirely invested, so you can totally talk about whatever you want. Does anybody care if he spoils the game or talks about it with me? I know Bill is invested, but isn't really invested. And I don't know what Mr. Dixon's up to. I think he was just here for subs, but he's still here, so, like, that's cool. Yeah, so that they don't care if you spoil anything. Go ahead. I don't care, because I already know the things. Scott, you shut your mouth. You can go ahead and spoil things. Scott knows the things. He's just being a cuck. Scott isn't real. Hang on, I'm just gonna blaze through this dialogue. Are people reading the dialogue? Can I just quickly skip through it? Because I'm not reading the dialogue. I'm trying to pull up my Facebook group, but it's being angry. No, Scott's a real boy. He's just a cuck. Just ignore him. Any and all things he says are non-referential. There, that's the link to my Facebook thing. Cuck is a really old term, but I like it. It describes exactly what he's doing. See, Scott's a real boy. I know him for the real lives, so I could go to his house and punch him if I wanted to. But then he'd beat me up. In fact, if Scott ever stops playing Destiny on Xbox One, we might play some Destiny 2 on stream. And he'll be there. And I made him a mod so he could post links, so... because I was too lazy to find a specific video. I mean, I can understand why you heard me say that, but... yeah, I mean, either way. I have a PS4. I'm using the PS4. I don't think you were asking me that question, but I'm going to assume you were. Oh, by the way, Mr. Dixon and Alti Spine? Spine? I'm just gonna call you Spine. Unless you want me to call you something else. I do produce actual content on YouTube. I just like to stream a lot because it's super easy and I only have to press 2 buttons to start a stream. So if you want to like check out my other stuff, some of my videos are cringy and bad because I was bad. And some of my more recent ones are actually pretty okay. Oh, right. I want to ask one more time, is anybody actually reading the dialogue, or can I just mash through it? I don't want to skip it if people are, actually enjoying the thing. Streaming does net me more subs, but I do like doing the pre-recorded videos because they're a little bit more fun for me. I can't necessarily do a lot of editing right now, but I like releasing videos in parts instead of streaming. Because as much as you think this is easy, it is easy. But sitting here and talking for a prolonged amount of time is like mentally draining and physically draining. Whereas sitting down for a 2-hour recording session, bam, I have videos for the next week and I don't really have to do too much. Whereas streaming like I'm doing now, I have to talk some. Talk more than some. No, but you can send me a friend request. If I go to send you a friend request, it'll take me out of the stream thing because PlayStation is dumb and broken, but there's my PSN. I play Overwatch, Rainbow Six, and Destiny 2 are the games that I play online. Right there, I sent it. The thing. You see the thing? You see the words with the underscores and the capital letters? And typically when I stream, oh my god, he does have stoner eyes. Oh, that's lovely. I love you. You're the best. Tyler, what were you saying? Hang on, I was saying something and then stoner eyes. Oh yeah, typically when I stream, say I stream Skyrim, right, I don't really talk Most of the time I don't have my mic plugged in because people are at home, and background noise is really annoying to viewers, especially if I'm talking to someone in the room. At least it's annoying to me, so I won't do it. Instead, what I'll do, I'll talk in chat. I'll just be like, you say something, I'll be like, yeah. But other than that, if nobody's home, or I have the space, I'll plug my mic in and talk to chat. Or if nobody in chat is chatting, I'll just stay silent and you can enjoy the video game if that's what you're here for. So, yeah. Also, I'm totally not reading any of this dialogue, by the way, because I've already seen it a million times. Mr. Spine, was it? Yes, I've gotten to the end of this game once, and I've gotten to the halfway mark a bunch of times. Because this game is really long. Yeah, the rules are don't be an S. It's pretty much a good summary. Like, if you are an ass, I don't really care unless you're an... Okay, you can be an ass to me, but don't be an ass to anyone else, if that makes sense. Like, you can say, wow, you're so shit, and I won't care, because it's the internet, who cares? But if you're telling people in my chat, you're shit, then I'll care, because it's not cool. If that makes any sense. Or if I know you're making fun of each other and not actually being mean-spirited, then I also won't care. Okay, I'm gonna explain why I don't rename characters in the video game. Thank you for, like, suggesting. You're participating with the video game. But I don't like to rename characters in these RPGs because, like, it gets confusing if I'm not really paying too much attention, and also, I've already played through the game with the default name so many times, it just doesn't feel right. Also, Ratchill, I get it. I thought it was Rachel. Wait a minute. Maybe it is Rachel and I saw Ratchel. I don't know. But in RPGs, I don't typically rename the characters. Unless it's like Final Fantasy I, where they have blank names. It's just a me thing. Like, in most RPGs, I'll name my main character Agnew, because that's the name I use for stuff. Unless the guy's name is Zidane, in which case I'll make him Zidane. Like, if I wasn't gonna, like, sit down and play this game a lot, then I'd rename the character for you. But I'm gonna sit down and play this game a lot. This is, like, my personal playthrough. I just wanted to stream it to leech off of the hype from Jacksepticeye streaming it. Also, I learned this game was ported to PS4 from his stream, which I lost my crap when I saw that it was ported over. Also, you guys want to know something cool? It's something I'm happy about. I had 29 subscribers literally yesterday, and now I have 32. Because you guys are cool. Well, that's another thing with the Tidus-Titus argument, right? Personally, Tidus, because the voice actor himself said that it's Tidus, and anytime you hear his name, it's Tidus. But if people say Titus, because that's how they say it, I'm not gonna complain. And if people say Zidane instead of Zidane, I also don't care. Like, pronunciation isn't one of those things that really bothers me. I think I'm gonna run the stream till 7:30 my time, and then like take a break and maybe stream more or switch over to a different game. Just out of curiosity, like what time zones are you guys in? Like what time is it where you are now? Oh, just type it in the chat. Let's do this. Some chat participation. Scott, you aren't allowed to type your time in because we live in the same time zone. It is bullshit. I like Triple Triad more. It's in PM. I'm in the PMs. Okay, so me and Spine are at the same time zone. We're that good old Eastern Standard Time. I really enjoyed Triple Triad in Final Fantasy VIII, and the only reason I play Terramaster in this is so I can do... You know the one card game that you actually have to play? I play the card game to get cards to win that card game. Alrighty. So Bill is in... You're not Eastern, you're either Central or Western United States. Or you're in a different country. Yeah, I know California is 5 hours early, and the UK is 5 hours ahead. So I'm gonna guess you're somewhere around the central United States, or Canada or Mexico. I don't know. I'm to assume you live in the Americas, right? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, America. See, I live in the West Virginia. It's like Virginia, but it's the west of West Virginia. Or no. I'm in eastern West Virginia, but I'm west of Virginia. Technically northeast of Virginia. Okay, I'm in West Virginia, which is west of Virginia, but I'm northeast of Virginia in the northeast part of West Virginia. I live in the panhandle of West Virginia. The little dangly bit. You know the one. Or you don't, I don't know. The town I'm in is famous for having hot springs or something. All I know is that tourists show up, some of them don't speak English, and I get scared. So the way this game is supposed to be controlled, it's on an 8-directional axis. You are far from me. We live in different states. Where was I? Hang on. I'm sort of rambling. Like, what I'm saying makes sense, but it totally doesn't make sense. Also, I do have a good mic. Like, I have a mic that makes me sound like butter. I can talk into it and do the sexy voice, all that fun stuff, but, I have to, like, hook it up to my PlayStation, and it's really awkward. Right now, I'm using my, just my headset, which sounds fine, I think. But when I sit down and do, like, actual recording sessions, I use the fancy mic. So, what part's Mexican? Mother, father, both mother and father, descendant, immigrant? Like, I'm 1/16th Cherokee Indian, and I want my land back, but, like, what's the word for it? Diversity? No. When you're asking about, like, what's the word for it? Ethnicity! Yeah, that's the word I was thinking about, ethnicity. So the bit I'm at in the game currently, there's this big old festival that's gonna happen. It's the Festival of the Hunt. Ah, so you're from the Georgias. It's fine, I don't know how to spell Cherokee either. I totally understand the spelling. I think that spelling's even worse, but you're probably right. I'm gonna take your word for it. Alright, so what I'm gonna do... You know those fancy cheat codes I talked about? That let you do the Sanic speed and the infinite stuff? I'm gonna go grind a little bit as Zidane because I need money. And also I want to level Zidane up because he's the main character. Also, the Spine. Feels weird calling you Spine. That's a body part, not a name. But, yeah, if I know you've played Final Fantasy IX. When this, can you come to mine? I will link your stream if you're streaming, whenever I'm done. I'll be done at about 7:30, so that would be like prime time to totally start or still be streaming by. But Spine. So they added cheat codes to this game that I don't agree with, personally. I want my land back! Dude, that's my favorite dumb joke to make. Again, I totally hate cheat codes, especially in Final Fantasy games, right? But, I mean, I'm gonna sit here and level grind, right? So I want it to go quickly and I want it to be easy. At least that's how I think about it. I don't want to sit here and rub my face up against a brick wall for 5 hours trying to level up a little bit. I want to just be one and done. Yeah, I'll pull up your stream, and then I'll link to your stream when I'm done streaming my stream, so people can see your stream. If that makes any sense. Well, there's other cheats they've added too. I don't like to use cheats when I'm just going through the main story or whatever. I like to use them for the grinding. Or so I don't die while I'm grinding. But they added a few other cheats to this as well. No encounters, which is really awesome. And then they added master abilities, maximum level, maximum money. I'll see you, Spine. But these cheats disable trophies. And they're the ones that are like, here, you want to beat the game, you have the game, you win. But yeah, I'll see you. Thank you for dropping by and giving any and all support you can. Really appreciate it. I'll see you, maybe. Aw. To be totally honest, I miss a day and age when games weren't online, so to speak. Like, I despise trophies and achievements in games, but the thing is, I can't help but like them. I go out of my way to 100% the game that I otherwise wouldn't. Like, back on the PS2, say I play, Kingdom Hearts 1, I'm not gonna beat all the secret bosses and get to level 99. I'll just play through the game, enjoy it, and beat it. But the PS4 port of the game, I want to get to level 99 and do all the things, because there's trophies attached to them. Like, tangible rewards that I can say that I have. Whereas, when the game was on the PS2, I played it for fun and not for anything else. But also, playing games online is some of the best times I've ever had playing video games. Because you make friends, you play games with your friends, and you don't even have to be in the same room. It's great. See, I like to be able to have bragging rights whenever I finish something. Like, I can say to all of my friends, I've 100%ed Kingdom Hearts 2. And I have that, right? Which means I beat it on all of the difficulties, and I did everything. Or, what's another one? Chivalry. Have you ever heard of the game Chivalry? I got all the trophies in that. Do you know how hard it is to get all the trophies in that game? I did it on Xbox 360 and the PS4 because I hate myself. I also, I like to play games on their hardest settings. Bye, Mr. Dixon. I'll link to your stream when I'm done my stream. When I'm an adult. Dude, like, adulting, right? I'm not trying to give you any worldly wisdom here. I'm just sort of agreeing with you. Like, when you're older, life totally gets a lot cooler. Because you can do stuff and things. Like, there are drawbacks, like, having actual responsibility, but, like, I miss high school for 2 classes only, theater and choir, because I liked singing and theater was fun. Also, seeing all my friends every day and eating lunch and all that fun crap. But beyond that, honestly, life after high school is pretty awesome. Right, Scott? Scott, you're still here. Agree with me. Scott's a big boy too, who has real boy money. Also, you see how long these battles are taking in triple speed with all the things? Here, I'll play one in normal speed just to get my point across about how cool triple speed is. So you gotta do the slow camera going in. I'll even turn off the battle assistance so I don't go into my trance. Oh, oops. I didn't turn off the big boy damage. You're right, nothing is perfect, but, Scott might actually be gone, or he's still doing his, Destiny stuff, and so he can't, like, go away to text. See how long that crap took, though? Dude, like, cheating. Best thing ever. Yeah, I'll send you a friend request. I'll be done here in about a half an hour-ish. No problem. I understand, like... Okay, so I don't think I've imparted my worldly wisdom on you, Mr. Dixon, but... whether it's 10 people or 10,000 people, somebody's enjoying your videos, right? So keep doing them if you enjoy doing it as well. I do have actual philosophical and moral things to say, but other than that, I'm pretty much just an idiot. Like... even having one person in the chat that I don't know, it's like all the encouragement in the world I'll ever need, because it's like, dude, somebody's watching my stuff and interacting with my whatever. And even if it's just a friend who, like, creeps around in the chat to give me a view or whatever, that's also still really nice. And supportful. Supportful? Supporting? I don't know. But yeah. See? Bill enjoys my streams. And I appreciate that you enjoy my streams. And when I become the biggest of boys with 10 billion subscribers, I'll be like, yeah. Yeah, you just gotta keep positivity, even if it's only one dude watching your stuff. It's still one dude watching your stuff. Also, I just made more equipment, which now requires me to do more grinding to get more abilities. See, the cycle is never ending if you want to get everything. And I want to get everything without cheating. Like, the few pause menu cheats I'm using, I'm cool with those. But I don't want to, like, use any of the cheats, like, you know, the win the game button, the one that gives you max stats. I don't want to press the win the game button. But like Sanic speed, it's great. And being able to like fully heal my team and activate all their super stuff is also pretty convenient if I'm like in a pinch. And another thing I like about the gear thing. Yeah, that's the thing. Even if nobody's watching, you're still enjoying yourself. Right, when I started posting videos, I wasn't expecting 1,000 viewers right off the bat. I was expecting 1, maybe 2, and that was all. And even at like 30-something subscribers where I am now, I still only average like 5 or 4 views a video. But those 5 or 4 viewers like my content. I also found that I really enjoy streaming, whether I'm sitting here talking with my mouth words or not talking with my mouth words. I think I gotta go back to the castle now, or I'm showing... Yeah, I gotta go to the castle. I'm gonna turn off super speed so I can have more, control over what I'm doing. Because I have one hand on my mouse and one hand on my controller right now. Because I'm trying to find a Mr. Dixon stream, whether on Twitch or, the YouTubes. Also, either I'm crazy or my clock's been stuck at 6:57 for the past few minutes. Or maybe time isn't actually passing and none of us are real. Just ignore my existential crap. I'm actually crazy. Mr. Dixon, are you here? I think he's not here anymore. He's doing his own thing, but I need to find his stream. Now, one downside to not reading the dialogue, even though I've played this game 1,000 times, I still don't know where to go. And thank you for supporting my streams and enjoying my stuff. Thank you for being awesome. I'm trying to sound like one of them, they're professional YouTubers. I think it's working. But no, in all sincerity, I do appreciate, you know, people being in chat and watching this stuff. Because if I'm sitting here being an idiot by myself, it's no fun. I don't really even have an outro per se. I just sort of like, I'm like, bye. I don't suppose a stream particularly needs an outro, but eh. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna link to Mr. Dixon's channel. I can't find his stream if he's streaming. But I saw he had like 7 subscribers before we did stuff. So, anybody who's still here hasn't subbed, go ahead and go sub to him. And I'm gonna get to a save point and then quit for now. And I'll stream a little bit later. That means you, Scott. Scott, you have to leave. I'm sorry. Alright. For those of you who's still here, glad you watched. Glad I streamed. I'm glad I streamed. Glad this game came out on PS4. Go check out Mr. Dixon's stuff. Because I'm nice, and I want to give him some help on doing YouTube more. So yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'll be back later, maybe playing some Destiny or something with Scott. Scott, are you still in chat? Be playing some Destiny with Scott later, if he ever stops doing other stuff. Like playing Destiny on Xbox without me. But, alright, enough rambling. I'll see ya, bye.